Hey beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this amazing scrunchie bag. Like, it's so cute. It's something you can carry out on your date night or even brunch with the girls or just any outing, guys. So this is a beautiful bag that I would love you guys to also learn how to make. Let's get our intro in and do what? Stitch up! So guys, for this tutorial you'll be needing your scissors, pins, snap clips, or these hooks that you can use to change the straps. So when we're done, you guys are going to see what I'm going to do with it. Then your elastic, measuring tape, and then your fabric. Now for this, we'll be needing an inner and outer fabric of 24 inches by 12 inches. So two pieces, one for the inside, one for the outside. You're also going to be needing a strap piece, which is 40 inches long and 4 inches wide. So this is for the straps. And you're going to need another strap piece, which is 16 inches by 2 inches. I actually reduced this from 16 inches because it was too long. So I reduced it from 16 inches to about 10 inches, 12 inches. Then you will need another piece for the loops. So I used 4 loops and each of them was 2 inches by 2 inches. So you can just cut out 8 inches and just sew it at once, turn it at once and cut it into 4 pieces. So that's an easier way to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our strap pieces and then fold it into 2 right sides facing each other and then sew it on that long edge. So the long edge, that's where you're sewing it on. The other strap as well, you're going to fold it into 2 and sew it by that long edge as well. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. Now you're also going to take the loop pieces and then do the same thing with it. Fold it right sides facing and then sew it on the edge. Now we're going on to the main pieces. So you're going to take the main piece and the lining piece, that's the inner piece, and then you're going to place it right sides facing each other. So now you're going to place your pieces right sides facing each other and then you're going to sew on only one edge. So one of the long edges, you're going to sew it down, but make sure you leave a space in between because we're going to be using that space later on. So leave a space about 4 inches wide when you're sewing this. So sew it, then stop, then continue after 4 inches and then sew it to the end. So now we're done sewing our loops and straps. We're just going to turn it inside out right now. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. And now that we're done turning it inside out, I said you can make it 8 inches by 2 inches. So I've cut it into 4 pieces right here. And this is what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to fold it wherever I need to put it. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take that folded piece and then put it inside one of the edges of this shorter strap. Now the shorter one is where you're going to put this loop in. So you're putting it on both ends. Now right here I'm folding the edge inside so that it would hide the raw edge, and then I'm just going to grab my loop and just fix it in. So this will be where I'm going to put my snap clips in. That's why I wanted to use snap clips. Now guys, as you can see, I've also sewn what I said I was going to sew, and you can see the open space that I left. I'm going to need it later. So now you're going to place your fabric right sides facing again. So the way I'm doing it in the video, that's how you guys should do it. So you're going to place it right sides facing like this. So the seam that you just sewed will be in the middle. So it's going to be in the middle. So can you guys see it's in the middle? So now you're going to be sewing it on all the other 3 edges. So the long edge and the 2 short edges, you're going to sew it all around right there. So do you guys get what I mean? You're going to sew it on those 3 edges completely. So we already have our opening, so don't worry. That's what we're going to use in the end. So just sew it all around. So guys, here's another way to do it if you were using these hooks. So you can just put it inside and then just fold it up, it's going to be even much easier. So just look at it right here, just put it inside and sew it up, and that's it, guys. So for these hooks, that's how you're going to do it. And then for snap clips, you're going to follow my own method. So can you guys see, this is just how you do it. Just put it in and then it goes in straight away. Now for the long strap, you're going to insert one end of the shorter strap into it, so just a little bit, and then you're going to sew it right there. So you're not going to put it in fully or anything, just, you know, a little bit, so that you can sew it and then sew it right there. So I'm just going to do that and show you guys what we're going to do next. Now guys, I have sewn the main piece all around and this is what it looks like. Now on each corner, I'm going to be cutting out about 2 inches by 2 inches or 1.5 by 1.5 inch. So I'm going to mark it right there, and you know, it's going to look like a square basically. So once this is done, I'm going to cut out all the squares, all of them, guys. So cut it out and then pick it up like this and make it like a slant. So you're going to be sewing it down right there. So just like I'm doing right here, you're going to place it like that and then sew it down. So do this for all the 4 corners, and then we're going to move on to the next stage.
You gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land.
So guys, can you see what it looks like after sewing? It looks so good. Now you're going to take each of them, so one from the other fabric and the other from another fabric, and just place it together just like this, because we're going to be sewing it together. I know it looks weird, so just pick it up the way I've picked it up right here and then place it like that, facing each other. Now you're going to take the other one and place it with the other one again. So the way I'm doing it right here, I know it looks tricky, just follow what I'm doing, and this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to sew it right there as well. So I'm just going to put my pins so I don't make any mistakes. I'm just going to sew it right there, and then you guys would see the magic that happens next. So here my strap, I've already sewn it like I said I would, and this is what it looks like. Now the next thing we're going to do is use our snap clips. Remember, I made sure I put it before actually sewing it into the strap. So why I did that was because I wanted to use it to bring it out, like what I'm doing right here. So that's what I wanted to use it to do. So I'm going to use it to bring out the other strap from inside and then pull it out like that, just like this. So can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just going to pull it out till I get to the end, and then using the other snap clip. So guys, make sure your snap clips are on both ends. Like when I was doing it, make sure you also like did it as well at that time. So you're going to now use the other snap clip to bring it out from the other side. So can you guys see what I'm doing? So you're going to bring it out from the other side, and then when you get to the end, you're going to now put the raw edge inside. So you're going to hide the raw edge so that you can sew it down. So just like I'm doing right here, hide the raw edge inside and then sew it down right there. You guys can see it's already looking like the scrunchie strap already. And here is the bag piece, looking all weird, but it's super cute in the end, trust me. Now using that open space that we have, we're going to pull out every single thing from this bag. So pull it out to the right side, just like I'm doing right here, and here it is looking all nice. So look at it, it's already having an inner piece and an outer piece, reversible, amazing. So it's so beautiful. Look at it. This is it on the black side, looking all beautiful, all classy already.
Only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for.
So now the next thing we're going to do is work on our elastic casing. So I'm going to just put my elastic right here to know like how wide I'm going to sew my casing basically, because I'm using this big sized elastic, so the 1-inch elastic. So that's what I'm using. I'm just going to place it right there and use a pin to mark where I'm going to start sewing. And you can even draw a line, you know, representing where you need to sew. So that's what you're going to do. You can draw a line, you can use your pins to pin it all around on the perfect spot. So that's what you guys are going to do. Now you're going to sew it all around. Then I'm going to take my loop and then I'm going to just fold it into two just like this and then put it on one edge. So however you can do it that you would hide the raw edge. How I did it was I folded it into two, then folded the raw edge side like a little bit, like a quarter of an inch in. I folded it just like that, pinned it right there and sewed it to the bag. Now you're sewing this after you've sewn it all around. So after you've sewn your elastic casing, that's when you should put this so that it won't interrupt anything you're doing, or you can do it anytime basically. So far it won't interrupt your work process. So I'm just going to put it on this side and on the other side. Now guys, I have done it. I've sewn my loops, sewn the elastic casing. Now it's time to just put my elastic into it. So for this elastic I'm going to be using 14 inches, but I actually reduced it again. So whatever rocks your boat, that's what you're going to use. If you want it really snug, you're going to reduce the elastic. If you want it, you know, fairly wide, you're going to leave it as normal as you like. And then once I'm done, I'm just going to sew it at that end and put it inside just like this. Now once you're done sewing your elastic ends, you're now going to finish the opening. So that open spot that we left from the beginning, now's the time we're going to close it up. So just close it up and your bag is basically ready. And guys, I am done with this bag. It didn't take me long at all, guys. So this was so amazing. It was an amazing, you know, DIY project basically, and this is what it looks like. I actually made another one. It took me just one day, like less than a day, because I made other things on that same day that I did it. So it took me less than a day to make it, and it just turned out so amazing. And this is what it looks like, guys. It's so beautiful. So these are the two sides. I'm just showing you guys. I love this DIY project. I hope you guys try it out, and if you do, tag me on Instagram. I'm always ready to showcase anything my subscribers make. Like, I'm always gushing when I see someone, you know, getting inspired by my DIY projects or things like that, and I'm always so satisfied and grateful for you guys. And yes, that's the end of this video, guys. We are on our way to 1000, like 1000 subscribers. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed on the channel. Like this video as well. It helps with my algorithm, my engagement level. Follow me on Instagram as well at Lara Savage Creations. You know, I have a lot of things to offer, and I love connecting with you guys every single time. Please have yourself a wonderful morning, noon or night, wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.